Now this is our sixth step, in which we'll do cleanup and saving to the database. Now what is exactly this? What this is exactly? This is our server application, and we have attached a SQLite database to this application, and this is the console window that is running and processing the requests. Now when the user closes this by clicking this close or by using Ctrl+C command on Windows, in both the cases this window will close, and when this closes we want that the records that were marked as is dirty, they should be synchronized, upserted to this database. Now what is this upsert? That if a new record was in the dictionary, then it should be inserted, so this inserted, and if it was an existing record, a user modified his vote, in that case the same record should be updated. This should occur when the user is closing this application, so we have to attach an event handler to this event and to this event. So let's see how we do in our program. And let us open the Visual Studio, and let me take you to the point where we were the last time. The last time we were sending this JSON response, if you remember, and then we had also written this send file function, and now today we shall be writing this console closing function to our server class. This function matches the delegate of an event handler, and we will be after this attaching this function to the two events. But let's understand this function right now, what this function is exactly doing. We have a for each loop running over the dictionary for all the records which are marked as dirty, and student ID is extracted, the choice is extracted, and then a SQL direct statement is executed, context.database.execute SQL. This is a direct SQL executed because we do not have an equivalent of upsert. We do not have an equivalent of upsert in LINQ. So that is why we have to run a direct query, and let me show you this query. This query we obtained from the SQLite documentation. You can also go to the SQLite documentation and go through it there. Insert into vote values on conflict. So basically what it does is that if you have a new record, it will insert, and if the record is already there, in that case it will do the update part. So this is the upsert statement in SQLite. If you are using SQL Server, you will have to just go through some documentation understanding, and you will be able to get this also there also. So with this is the only thing that we have written. Now we will go to the program.cs file and attach this event. So if you remember, this is where we started the server, and we obtained IP address and a loop was set. But now today we are attaching cancel key press plus key press. This means Ctrl+C, server.console closing, and app domain.current domain.process exit when the user uses this cross mark. In that case also we have attached the same event handler, because the user can close it in either of the two ways. So you please go through this one, and if this had been a form based application, in that case this long story is not required, because there is a form closing event. That single event is subscribed. Or if in a WPF application you have a window closing event, something is there that will fire when the window is being closed. In that case you will have to just attach one handler But in case of a console, we have two ways of quitting, so we have added both the event handlers here. Now you can yourself run the application and verify I have attached the source code. You can verify that now database that the records are being saved to the database, and when the next time it is run, the same records are collected from there. In fact, I am going to do a small review for you. This is the closing part, and let us come to the corresponding constructor part. Come to the top. This is the constructor part, and if you remember, there is a for each loop that we added long back, and there from the votes in the context in the database, they were brought into the dictionary, and then voting took place, altered or added new records, and in the form closing in the console closing event, we have updated the database back. So this closes the whole loop. We'll close it right now. You can test it on your own, and in the next tutorials we'll now see how to uh, like open the port for public access. Thank you.